while the West gets drenched, forcing water rescues. All of this on what's expected to be the busiest air travel day ever. Everything you need to know on this very stormy Sunday.
The heroes on the bridge, the quick-thinking bystanders who leapt into action, using makeshift weapons to take down the London Bridge terrorist. This morning, his denials from years ago.
I know terrorists.
And the claim of responsibility from ISIS.
Mexico gun battle, the intense fight near the Texas border. At least 14 people killed, buildings riddled with bullets. What's being blamed for the violence?
Cyber Monday madness. Shoppers ready to cash in on some of the best deals of the year. The competition for customers, how you can take advantage. Plus, the Toy Story, a beloved retailer making a comeback.
And fans rush in as Auburn upsets rival Alabama. But two women attempting to storm the field get swallowed by bushes. Their less than graceful moment breaking the internet this morning.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Good Sunday morning, everybody. Those people trapped in the bushes.
That would be
like
me.
Holiday travel is going to feel like that today as well. We are going to start here with a collision of two major events happening. This is set to be the busiest air travel day ever, and at the same time, there's a dangerous blizzard sweeping across the country this morning.
The dangerous storm system now heading for the East Coast after slamming the upper Midwest.
Snow threatening to cancel hundreds of flights. We've got team coverage right here this morning. The forecast coming up. First, let's go to ABC's Zachary Quiche, who's at LaGuardia Airport right here in New York City. Zachary, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning to you. One of the busiest travel days ever through the air, and you mix in some 40 million people who are under winter weather warning. It's the convergence of both of those things that could create a real mess out here today. We're already seeing more delays and cancellations than we saw yesterday across the board as people begin that slow grind, that slow trek home. This morning, a massive winter storm is barreling across the country on what is expected to be the busiest air travel day in U.S. history. Tragedy in an extreme blizzard-plagued South Dakota, a plane carrying 12 people crashing shortly after takeoff. 9 people were killed, including 2 children and the pilot.
We had extreme winds, snow, visibility issues.
Heavy snow slamming North Dakota too. Vehicles spitting out on the highway and drivers barely able to see in whiteout conditions as plows struggle to keep the roads clear. In a similar scene in Minnesota, weather crews out in full force with stranded cars littering the streets and interstates. Drivers proving to be no match for the snowstorm as they wait for trucks to dig them out. Gale force winds in Colorado violently whipping up snowfall, making it almost impossible for these people to push their own cars off the road. On the West Coast, there's major flooding in Southern California. Watch as emergency responders rescue these trapped passengers. Crews in San Diego using small yellow rafts to get them to safety. In an urgent search in Arizona for a little girl, she and her family were swept away in a vehicle Friday night when it was overcome by flood waters. 2 other children died. As these storms wreak havoc in the West and march east, airports across the U.S. already reporting hundreds of delays and cancellations. Today, a record 3.1 million people are expected to fly. The TSA trying to speed up the process using a new screening process for IDs at some airports nationwide. No long lines here at LaGuardia Airport in New York so far this morning. They are testing out some of that new technology in hopes of preventing some of those long lines that they've seen here in the past. The focus today will be on the East Coast airports, but you got to make sure to pack your patience with.
All right, Zachary, thank you. And that weather only expected to get worse. For a look at where this storm is hitting now and where it's headed next, let's go to Cheryl Scott from our Chicago station WLS. She's in for Rob this morning. Cheryl, good morning to you. What are we looking at here?
Oh, good morning. So many traveling home after Thanksgiving today, and there's going to be so many impacts. We are tracking this major storm. This area of low pressure still bringing heavy snow to the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes, but this low pressure, it's going to continue to slide to the east. We have rainy conditions conditions and also snow expected across the Northeast and New England. Here you can see the watches and warnings just littered across the northern half of the country. So many travel impacts will be felt. Let's track this system as it continues to slide to the east. You can see places like New Jersey up into the city. This will be mainly rain with a wintry mix along and south of I-80. North of I-80, that's where the heaviest snow will be falling. We are talking places like Albany into western Mass, up into parts of New Hampshire into Maine. This is where we'll see several inches of snow over the next 24 hours, upwards of a foot. Here in the city up to Boston, a bit of a wintry mix with some accumulating snow in Boston tomorrow. Eva?
Doesn't look good for those people traveling back today. Well, now to new details emerging about that terror attack in London. We're learning more about the heroes who used makeshift weapons to take down the knife-wielding suspect on the London Bridge. ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell is at the landmark bridge with the latest. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Eva. Growing controversy here in Britain about why a convicted terrorist was freed from prison and able to carry out this attack on the bridge behind me. This morning, more details emerging about the London terror attack that left 2 dead and 3 others injured.
Oh my God. We found no evidence to suggest anybody else was involved in this attack.
Detectives searching this home 150 miles from London believed to belong to the killer. Neighbours stunned by the news.
It's shocking to know that he was really quite close to you.
British media reporting that 25-year-old Jack Merritt was one of the victims, a Cambridge graduate who was dedicated to help offenders like the attacker. Friends and family remembering him as a kind and beautiful spirit. And this is the attacker, a convicted terrorist recently released from prison with links to Al-Qaeda.
The practice of automatic early release, where you cut a sentence in half and let really serious violent offenders out early, simply isn't working.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson visiting the scene of the attack Saturday, and widespread praise for the brave bystanders who took the terrorist on. One using a fire extinguisher, another a whale tusk, to bring the knife-wielding man down before police arrived. Tour guide Thomas Gray says he helped apprehend the attacker.
All I could do, what after the guys had sort of held him down and were sort of pinning him to the ground, kind of try to stamp as hard as I could on his wrist, try and, release the knife.
Keep going, out of the way, please! Out of the way! Out of the way, please! Come on, go that way!
On Saturday, ISIS said it was behind the bloodshed, but offered no proof. And incredibly, the attacker was interviewed in 2008 on the BBC, denying he was an extremist.
These labels, what they put in on like terrorist, this, that, they will know I know terrorist.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what he was. And there are calls this morning for a review of sentencing guidelines here in Britain for known terrorist offenders. But the tragic reality in this case is that all the rules seem to have been followed, which, of course, raises questions about what, if anything, could be done to prevent a repeat attack. Dan?
Huge questions, but let's not forget the heroism of the people on that bridge. Ian, thank you so much for your reporting this morning. Meanwhile, back here at home, we've got breaking news out of New Orleans, where police say 11 people got hurt after gunfire erupted early in the morning in the city's famous French Quarter. All the injured were rushed to hospitals. 2 are in critical condition. It's unclear how this started, but according to police officers stationed there for the annual Bayou Classic college football weekend, they thought they were being fired on. They say officers were within feet of the shooting, but there were so many people it was hard to determine who was firing.
Now to a wild shootout in Mexico close to the U.S. border. Bullet-riddled buildings telling the story of a fierce gun battle, and ABC's Stephanie Ramos has more.
This morning, residents in this small Mexico town waking up to this dramatic scene. Buildings riddled with bullet holes, glass doors shattered to pieces, and burned out trucks. At least 14 people are dead after a gun battle Saturday. Authorities say suspected drug cartel members stormed the town and started attacking local government offices. One woman recording the terrifying moments as she hid from the gunfire. Among those killed, 4 police officers. Several municipal workers are reportedly missing. All of this unfolding just an hour from the U.S. border and the city of Eagle Pass, Texas. The violence coming just weeks after 9 Americans were killed in an ambush by a cartel in the same region last month. They were driving to a wedding, several of the victims' children. Mexico's president is still under pressure to harden his non-confrontational strategy when dealing with the drug cartel. This comes after authorities chose to release Ovidio Guzman Lopez, son of notorious kingpin El Chapo, after gunfire filled the streets of Culiacan when authorities arrested him. Mexico's president saying the capture of one criminal cannot be worth more than the lives of people. The murder rate continues to rise in Mexico to historic levels. In this latest incident, authorities say they plan to remain in the town for the next several days to try and calm people's fears about the ongoing violence there.
Yeah, there was a lot of hope that this new president would change things. It does not appear to be the case. Stephanie, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, turning now to the holiday weekend, deals aren't over yet. Cyber Monday still ahead with plenty of savings for online shoppers, and the results could be record sales.
This morning, shoppers and retailers gearing up for Cyber Monday after a record-breaking Black Friday. Online sales soaring to $7.4 billion, the most ever. Experts expect another record breaker tomorrow as retailers roll out new deals for Cyber Monday. Deep discounts from Best Buy include Beats by Dr. Dre headphones now $150 off, and HP laptops like this Chromebook $130 off. Target offering $80 off iPads, and this 65-inch Vizio TV $130 off. Aside from electronics, shoppers filling their carts with this year's hottest toys too. But for those who miss walking into a good old-fashioned toy store, Toys R Us made a comeback this weekend, reopening a store in Paramus, New Jersey under new ownership. It's the first Toys R Us to open in the U.S. since the retailer filed for bankruptcy, closing stores across the country last year.
Kids, their eyes are wide open. They love being back in the store. They love the interaction that's going on.
A second store will open in Houston this year, and there are plans to have about 10 stores by the end of 2020.
And let's bring in Vice President of Commerce at Adobe, Jason Woosley, to dig deeper into these numbers thanks to Adobe Analytics. How big is Cyber Monday going to be?
It's going to be the biggest ever. We're going to see $9.4 billion in online commerce for Cyber Monday, breaking records and really setting the pace for what's already been an incredible Cyber Week.
What items are going to be most popular for Cyber Monday?
I think from toys, you're going to see things like LOL Surprise. They've been a terrific hit. Nintendo Switch is doing really well. Nerf is making a comeback. And then, of course, games. You've got Madden, FIFA, all of those kinds of things are doing really, really well. On the electronic side, Apple products, laptops, AirPods, also doing very, very well.
In the big scheme of things, we have Black Friday, the Small Business Saturday, now Cyber Monday. How is the season looking overall? It's a shorter shopping season for people. How are the numbers stacking up?
Yeah, absolutely. Shorter shopping season, a little bit more compression. If your inbox is anything like mine, you started getting Friday deals last weekend. We're not borrowing from the actual Cyber Week, though. So we're still going to see, between this Thursday and Monday, Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, we'll see $29 billion of commerce, which is an increase of almost 20% year over year. It's really fantastic.
So people are spending money. Mobile shopping is a big trend this year. People are buying from their phones.
We're finally starting to see mobile traction really, really take off. $2.9 billion of mobile commerce took place on Black Friday, which is the largest ever. And then Christmas this year will be the first time we will ever see mobile commerce actually take over from desktop and tablets. So we're actually starting to see that shift we've been talking about for a long time finally come true.
Seeing how people are actually using phones in their lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out of the line and pick out your phone.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for joining us this morning. Whit, back over to you.
All right, Eva. Bought something from my phone this morning, 30% off. So there you have it. All right, we do want to transition, though, to the presidential race. Democratic hopefuls hitting the campaign trail in force this weekend as President Trump faces a new round of impeachment hearings in the House. ABC's Rachel Scott joins us from West Palm Beach. And Rachel, tomorrow marks a pivotal step in the impeachment inquiry.
That's right, Whit. This is another critical step in this impeachment investigation and a chance for Democrats to outline in writing their case against the president. Lawmakers in the House Intelligence Committee will be coming back from the Thanksgiving recess tomorrow with a report summarizing the panel's findings in its investigation into the president. Lawmakers will have 24 hours to review it before voting on those findings on Tuesday. Now, that vote comes just one day before the House Judiciary Committee holds its first public hearing on Wednesday. President President Trump is under deadline to decide whether or not his lawyers will participate, but the president tweeted yesterday calling out Democrats for holding that hearing while he is away in London for the NATO summit.
Many waiting to see how the president responds to that. And Rachel, as the impeachment investigation enters a new phase, the 2020 campaign is heating up with many Democratic candidates back on the trail after the Thanksgiving holiday.
That's right, Whit. We are in the 9-week stretch to the first vote, and the Democratic candidates for president are picking up the pace. Former Vice President Joe Biden is back from the Thanksgiving break, kicking off an 8-day, 18-county bus tour in Iowa. The name of the bus tour, No Malarkey. Now, that is a nod to Biden's well-known phrase, but it will be the first test for Biden's front-runner status there in Iowa. He has spent more time campaigning in that state than anywhere else, but he is still behind in recent state polls. Whit?
All right, Rachel Scott for us. Thanks so much. Dan?
Let's bring in ABC's Martha Raddatz, who's co-hosting This Week later this morning for more on all of this. Martha, good morning. Let's talk about these impeachment hearings, which begin on Wednesday. Are there dangers for the Democrats heading into these hearings in particular? Could it continue to overshadow all of these candidates running to replace Trump?
I think that's exactly right, Dan. You know, they want to show that Trump abused his office, but it takes away from the message each candidate has to distinguish themselves. As Rachel said, it's a very, very critical time. You've got Iowa, then you've got New Hampshire, then Super Tuesday. So they don't want all the attention to be elsewhere. Not to mention a trial in the Senate would take many of those candidates away from the trail completely because they would want to be on Capitol Hill.
And there's also this. Polling shows Democrats and Republicans are firmly dug in on the issue of impeachment. So can the Democrats realistically hope to change any minds with these hearings?
I think that's going to be really tough because those first public hearings were likely the most compelling. You had Gordon Sondland, you had Fiona Hill, you had Colonel Vindman, all people they really wanted to hear from on Capitol Hill and elsewhere, and nothing changed really in the polling. So going forward, when you just have a panel of legal experts, it's doubtful there be any minds changed, Dan.
And not in a divided nation, but we shall see. Martha Raddatz, thank you so much. And Martha, I want to remind you, has a big show this morning. She's going to look ahead to set the stage at the impeachment inquiry with Democratic Congresswoman Val Demings and Republican Congressman Tom McClintock. Plus, she's going to sit down with retired military officers to discuss President Trump's recent interventions in war crimes cases. It's all coming up on This Week right here on ABC. Eva, over to you.
On time now for a check of the weather, and Cheryl Scott from our Chicago station WLS is in for Rob, and Cheryl's got a big job this morning. The weather, a bit of a nightmare for people.
There is so much to cover and so many wanting to get home today after the Thanksgiving holiday, and we just have boatloads of weather that we are tracking from coast to coast. We have watches, we have warnings, we have winter weather, but also a severe weather element to these storms. This rope tornado out of the Midwest yesterday, and this was a spawn for about 45 seconds, and you can see, just to give you an idea, that we're not only talking about the winter weather, but also severe storms. That severe threat, thankfully, is over for the day today, but when it comes to wintry weather, that's what we're going to be focusing on. We are tracking two powerful storm systems that will bring snow and rain, but also high wind gusts. Wind gusts upwards of 35 to 40 miles per hour across the middle of the country. And then these high winds will continue to work their way farther to the north and east. So places like LaGuardia up to Boston will have those wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. So travel impacts and delays, especially with that rain and snow. And now another powerful storm system will be hitting the California coast. This is not what we need, but we are going to see an atmospheric river set up over the next 24 hours. Heavy rain in Northern California, the Bay Area, rainfall 4+ inches. But then when it comes to the higher elevations, the mountainous areas, 1 to 4 feet of snow expected. That's a look across the country. Now, your local forecast.
Well, good morning and happy Sunday. I'm sorry it's not better weather conditions, but yeah, it starts off cloudy and very wet. We're talking the heaviest rain between around 9 o'clock this morning and 1 o'clock this afternoon. Temperatures getting into the upper 40s later on today. Some lingering showers throughout the afternoon. In the next 7 days, we will have the chance for additional few showers, maybe even a brief change over to some wet snowflakes Monday afternoon and evening. Mid 40s on your Monday, upper 40s the rest of the week.
And a lot of folks wondering here in New York City if we're going to see that snow. We could see some wet snow into the day tomorrow, but it's mainly just a messy mix of rain.
When you say a lot of people, you're just talking about us asking you questions.
Just these guys, exactly.
We're asking for individual forecasts this morning.
Dan's worried about his suede moccasins getting damp in the wintry
To
mix.
and from work.
Exactly.
A little damp.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough being me.
Cheryl, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We do want to take a look at this cell phone video. This is from a winter carnival in Texas. Suddenly, a piece of the Ferris wheel falls off and plunges to the ground in the middle of the crowd. The man who shot the video says that he heard a pop, then people started screaming. He looked up and saw a